Hello, Oilers fans. Austin here with the pregame report between the Edmonton Oilers and the Ottawa Senators. If there's one team in the NHL that has been more hot than Edmonton over the last month or so, the argument could be made that it's Ottawa. Ottawa is 8-1-1 in their last 10 games. Linus Ullmark has completely turned his season around in goal. And the Ottawa Senators, they are now in a playoff spot. They are 8-1-1 in the last 10. And I think there are a lot of hockey fans out there, not just Sens fans, that are really excited about the prospects of this team finally getting into the postseason with that core that I think a lot of us thought would be a playoff team a little bit sooner than they have been. So the Oilers, they're going to have their work cut out for them tonight. The way both teams have been trending, the way both teams have been playing, I expect a really good game. It could be high scoring. However, with Linus Ullmark in goal for the Ottawa Senators, I expect Edmonton to struggle to put the puck into the net. It happened yesterday against Yaroslav Askarov, and I don't expect it to get any easier against Ullmark, who has been playing like a Vezina caliber goaltender for the last little while here for the Senators. And Ottawa's offense has really turned it around too. They were struggling a little bit in the goal scoring department. They were struggling at keeping the puck out of the net earlier in the year, but they have found a way to figure things out. And for the Edmonton Oilers, they've also figured things out. Their goals against has gone way down. Their goals for has gone way up. But the Oilers' special teams is struggling, and by special teams, I mean their power play. Their power play has been not great lately. Penalty kill, they don't take a lot of penalties. So, when they do take one, it's like one or two per game, and they seem to kill them off, which is really good. That penalty kill earlier in the season was really, really bad. If you haven't been enjoying this pregame report, make sure to hit that like button, and if you really like it, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I will likely be doing a live stream commentary tonight here on YouTube during the game. I cannot wait, and if you'd like to see that game, you'd like to see the live stream, just come on, hang out. Last game before Christmas. I think both teams would love a win heading into the Christmas break here. For the Edmonton Oilers, being 20-11-2, I'd love to see them go 21-11-2 heading into the Christmas break. For the Ottawa Senators, they want to maintain their playoff positioning right now. They are in a wild card spot, but they are gaining on some Atlantic Division teams, especially teams like the Boston Bruins. So for Ottawa, this is a huge game for them as well. Ottawa lost pretty badly to Edmonton earlier this season back in November, so Ottawa will be looking for a little bit of a revenge here. Oh my God, I can hardly even talk today. What is going on? Let's get into the projected lineup for the Edmonton Oilers. Now, I do expect a couple changes here. The defense pairings, this is, again, the new defense pairings that they were running in practice the other day. This is not what happened yesterday during the San Jose Sharks game. They kind of kept their pairings the way they have been. Nurse was with Stetcher. Ekholm was with Bouchard. And Emberson was with Kulak. So, first line, Nugent Hopkins with Connor McDavid and Zach Hyman. I don't expect that line to be broken up. I do expect them to continue to play together. But if the team continues to struggle to put the puck in the net, especially after maybe the first period, maybe halfway through the second, don't be surprised to see Draisaitl be put back with Connor McDavid. They go with the nuclear option at the first sign of trouble. Now, I will give Knobloch credit. They didn't immediately go to them when they were down 2-1 to San Jose yesterday, so hopefully they can try and wait as long as possible before putting those two back together. They were given a shift periodically here and there, but it wasn't until late in the third period when they were really pushing for that tying goal against the San Jose Sharks that they finally put them two together. And McDavid, he connected on all three goals for assists. Draisaitl scored the overtime winner. They've been red hot, those three players. McDavid and Draisaitl, that is, those two players. Second line, we'll have Podkolzin with Draisaitl and Kasperi Kapanen. Again, this is another situation where don't be surprised if you see some changes coming up here. Maybe there won't be as many changes as we're thinking, especially because it is right before Christmas. They might just try and stick with these lines, and then maybe after the Christmas break, you'll see some tweaks going on, because I think there do need to be some tweaks here. Kasperi Kapanen, for the speed that he brings, I'd like to see just a tiny bit more production. Vasily Podkolzin, he's run cold once again. He hasn't really been able to produce much lately. However, he is a play driver. He plays with Draisaitl because he can play drive and drive play into the offensive zone. This line does work really well together. I'd just like to see them connected with a couple more goals. Third line, Victor Arvidsson with Adam Henrique and Connor Brown. This line is getting absolutely shelled right now. Basically the entire bottom six. Skinner, Janmark, Perry, and then Derek Ryan as the healthy scratch. Maybe Ryan gets in today. Maybe you'll have Jeff Skinner sit. Maybe you'll have Janmark sit. Maybe you'll have Perry sit. I don't know. You can make an argument for a lot of those players in that bottom six to have to take a seat. They have not been playing very good for the Edmonton Oilers. That bottom six has been getting absolutely caved in lately. It hasn't been great, and it's been so poor, actually, that I made a tweet about it yesterday, and then Jim Matheson was quote tweeting me, asking about, Janmark, telling me that I am not watching the same games that he is, and I wanted to have a really good discussion with Jim Matheson. I wish he would have replied a little bit more, because I thought we were having a really good, engaging hockey discussion. If you want to see the interactions that I had with Jim Matheson, please follow me on X or Twitter.com. It was a lot of fun, but that bottom six needs some work. It needs some tweaks. It needs some speed. It needs some youth. It needs something. I don't know what it needs. It needs a shot of adrenaline is what it needs. Jeff Skinner has been very poor lately. Janmark lately has not been good. Overall, he's had a great season, but lately his play has not been great. Corey Perry might be the only one that's actually been worth not only his money, but worth the ice time that he's given. He was out there with the net pulled as the extra attacker for the Oilers, and he assisted on Ekholm's game-tying goal against the San Jose Sharks. Connor Brown was heating up. Now he's cooled off. Him and Henrique and Arvidsson. That's a line that in theory should be working, but if there were any major changes, I would legitimately maybe play Adam Henrique up with Connor McDavid and then bring Nugent Hopkins down to the third line to center. However, both players are not very good at centering that third line. We've seen historically Nugent Hopkins struggle there as well. So I'm not sure what you do. The team is winning, so you don't want to overthink it. You don't want to over-tweak the lineups, but that's just kind of my thoughts lately. On the defense pairs, again, these were the pairs that were in practice. I'd love to see it come to fruition. Nurse with Bouchard would be great. However, we will likely see Ekholm with Bouchard. Nurse with Stetcher is going to be the likely pairing here, but in this situation, I'd love to see Kulak and Stetcher, and then Ekholm and Emberson, which, again, we will likely see Emberson and Kulak here. Calvin Pickard does not get the start. It will be Stuart Skinner tonight. Stuart Skinner is looking to keep building on his game. He had that one stinker against the Florida Panthers, but overall he's been playing very good hockey as of late. I think he's won 6 of his last 7 games. He's put up a .920 or better save percentage in most of those games. And as an Oilers fan, that's all I can ask for. Stuart Skinner, we're looking for a quality start from him tonight. Now let's get into the game day numbers, the predictions. Player to watch and predictions. Let me know your player to watch and predictions in the comments section below as well. Ottawa, they are 18-13-2. They are 8-1-1 in their last 10 games. Expected goals for this season at 5-on-5 ranks 13th, 51.15%. Their power play ranks 8th, 23.9%. Penalty kill ranks 23rd, 77.2%. They score 3.15 goals per game, which ranks 12th. They give up 2.85 goals against per game, which ranks 11th, but that goals against has really come down lately with the play of Linus Ullmark, who has been phenomenal for Ottawa. Corsi for 51.16%, which ranks 10th. And shots for percentage, 52.24%, which ranks 8th. For the Edmonton Oilers, they are 20-11-2. They are 8-2 in their last 10. Expected goals for ranks 5th in the league, 53.64%. Power play ranks 15th, 21.7%. Penalty kill ranks 26th, 74.4%. Goals for per game ranks 9th best in the NHL, 3.27 goals for per game. Goals against per game ranks is at 2.85 goals against per game, which ranks 11th. Corsi for 54.07%, which ranks 3rd. And shots for 55.17%, which ranks 2nd best in the league. Now my score prediction. I'm sorry, Oilers fans. I do think this team is due for a loss, and I do think they're due for a game where they're not going to be able to beat their goaltending situation. Yesterday, they almost couldn't tie the game against Yaroslav Askarov. It does not get any easier against Linus Ullmark. Edmonton's been riding a bit of a PDO heater. I think they are due for a little bit of regression. I'd love to see them win. I'd love to see them go into the Christmas break with a win, but I am going to predict 4-2 Ottawa. And my players to watch, I'm going with the 2 starting goaltenders, 1 for each team. Linus Ullmark for the Ottawa Senators, Stuart Skinner for the Edmonton Oilers. If Stuart Skinner can help steal one today, if he can play to the ability that we've seen in the past, especially in the postseason, I'd love to see that for Stuart Skinner. Linus Ullmark has just been so good for Ottawa. The Ottawa Senators as a team, they have figured something out. They are red hot. They are trending way up. And last game before Christmas, I'd love to see the Edmonton Oilers come out with a win, but I am going to pick the Ottawa Senators today 4-2 as the final. As I said, I will be doing a live stream commentary during the game tonight, so if you want to be part of that, make sure to tune into the YouTube channel. I will likely go live at 6:30 p.m. Mountain. I know the game starts at 6:07-ish. It'll be like that Bruins game. I went live during the Bruins game. It was almost the end of the first period once I got home from work, and I was settled, and I hit the go live button. That's going to be similar today. I do work until 6 p.m., so I'm going to get home, do what I can to get live as quickly as possible, but the game will likely be I don't know. There will likely be about 5 minutes left in the first once I am able to go live here on YouTube. I look forward to seeing every single person tonight on the channel. We're going to have so much fun during the live stream commentary. Last one before Christmas, Oil fans. Let's have a good one, all right? Tell someone that you love them. And as always, fight like a kid and fight like Ben. Let's go, Oilers. We'll see you tonight.